So being Grand Marshal for the Pride Celebration and Pride Festival here in Sacramento was everything I could have dreamed up and more. Happy Pride! Let me tell you, I had a good time, okay? Showing up for other people, it was beautiful. What's going on, everybody? My name is Melissa Muganzo Murphy. My pronouns are she, they, and sis, and I am the CEO of Muganzo Entertainment. I'm a humanitarian, an actress, a philanthropist, and an educator. I love talking about Black ingenuity, Black advancement, Black economic impact. So from acting to singing to choreography to producing to putting on community organization initiatives to putting on community performances, amplifying Black voices. That is just something I'm so passionate about. In everything that I do, you will see me doing that. For me, I have been in student affairs as a student activist my entire undergraduate career, and so Sac State just made the right sense to be involved in, policy and conversations around education that are inclusive to folks that have dreams that they want to come true. I am a product of cultural spaces on academic institution campuses. Myself, I remember going to a really big, predominantly white institution. So me coming from a Black environment to that space is like, yeah, I want to be educated, but I also don't want to feel like I'm by myself. I remember being in classrooms of 500 when I was the only Black student. So not only did the teacher know when I was late, the teacher would also look at me when issues about inequities or Black traumas would cut up, and that would literally make me feel like I'm not supposed to be here. So finding cultural spaces that celebrated all of my identities was super important in me graduating, because I was able to be like, oh, you get me. You get my hair, my style, my language, my clothing, my food. You get me. We listen to the same music. You get me. And now I feel like I can exist on this college campus space because I don't have to explain my Blackness to other people. So to be able to go to Sacramento State as a graduate student and then as a staff member and realize there were cultural spaces there too, I was all in. In my 10 years of my experience at Sac State as not only a student but an employee, I served as an admissions counselor in the Department's Admissions and Outreach. I worked as an academic counselor in the Division of Social Work. I also worked as a leasing and marketing manager for the Department of Housing Services. I also worked in the Pride Center as the Pride Center coordinator, but in reality, all of that work kind of intersected, because when you're meeting with a student from admissions and orientation all the way to graduation, right, they need you all throughout that pipeline. My time in higher education, serving as a staff member, I was also a mentor and a dancer and an actor and a producer. I ran tons of programs. I was in a dance company. And so in 2018, I was like, it's time to take this show on the road and give it my best shot. And so I decided to launch my business and decided that it was time to put in work on advocacy. The film that I am producing that debuts July 6th here at the IMAX Theater in the heart of downtown Sacramento is called The Big Histo, A Black Womb Revolution. And it talks about the history behind hysterectomies. It calls out the medical racism, the systematic sexism. It calls out homophobia and transphobia. And it talks about how the medical system has to do right by bodies that are experiencing pain, right? When people go to the hospital, they shouldn't have to experience isolation or gaslighting or negativity when they literally took time off of work, which is so hard to do already, to seek out support. And so it really is asking people to bring back restorative justice to folks that were sacrificed and experimented on for the sake of science. I'm an advocate. I'm a community advocate, and I really care about people and making sure people's dreams come true, including my own. My name is Melissa Muganzo Murphy, and I am made at Sac State.